Making the most of these events is key, because these adventures create milestones in our lives, and what better way to document these milestones than through books? Milestones can be big or small, but they all hold a special place in our hearts. The accomplishments may be personal, such as graduating from school or getting a promotion at work, or they may be shared with others, such as getting married or even having a child. These books can serve as a reminder of the hard work and dedication that went into reaching that goal. They can capture the memories and emotions associated with it, and they can be cherished for years to come. No matter what the milestone is, capture it in a book.
Welcome everyone to our end of year broadcast. It's the end of our publishing calendar and we're celebrating the books that were published in 2025. We're doing a year in review, looking back at some of our top moments and getting to know some of our authors, first-time authors, and we'll also be talking about upcoming publications. And with me today, well, let me introduce myself. I'm C. Ruth Taylor, CEO and founder of Bamboo Sparks. And with me is my lovely co-host.
Hi.
Daphne Ellis. She is one of the chief administrators at Bamboo Sparks, our in-house ghostwriter, editor, and a publishing manager. And so I want to thank you for joining us. You know, I was really worried about this evening because we had no electricity for about 3 hours. Yeah. It came back about half an hour ago. And so I am so grateful. And with that, I am going to bring up that song by Agent Sasko. Grateful, grateful, grateful. Just a little piece because you know how YouTube is with these copyright things, but I'm grateful for the year that has been. Yes. And grateful that we're able to have the broadcast despite
respected visionaries. And this is what he posted. If you use products like
grateful, 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 grateful. Grateful, 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 grateful. Grateful, grateful, grateful. Grateful, 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 grateful. Oh yes. Grateful, 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 grateful. How could I not be grateful? How could I not give thanks? How could I not appreciate all these blessings I have? How could I be so selfish? How could I complain? How could I turn a blind eye to the sunshine and the rain? Oh, Jah provide the bread. Contentment is the bed upon which I lay my head at night. Yeah. I've got food up on the table, I've got clothes on my back, so I know everything's alright. Yes, I'm so grateful, grateful.
And if you're grateful, so grateful, put some comments in the chat.
I'm so grateful, yes. Not only when we're grateful, oh yes, I'm always grateful, grateful, give thanks, grateful, grateful, I'm always grateful. So grateful. Oh. Do I destroy my enemies when I make them my friends? Loose lips talk of mischief, some live in false pretense. Look at what we do for them, see what a thanks we get. But a good man is never honored by an ungrateful set. So Jah provide the bread, contentment is my bed, on which I lay my head at night. I've got food up on my table, I've got clothes up on my back, so I know everything's alright. Yes, I'm so grateful, grateful. Yes, I'm so grateful, grateful. I'm always grateful. Not only when you're grateful, I said I'm always grateful, grateful. Give thanks, grateful.
All right. So we are so grateful, and in light of Hurricane Melissa, and we saw what happened in Western Jamaica. Some of the things we took for granted, just the food on our table, as Agent Sasko is saying, the clothes on our back, and the simple things in life. There are persons who've lost everything. And so we who have the roof over our head, even the electricity, because some persons still don't get back light. We have to be so grateful. Daphne, this year in our team meetings, we looked a lot at the book, The Gap and the Gain. And, many times we're in the gap. That's a book by Dr. Benjamin Hardy and Dan Sullivan. What are you grateful for this year?
Okay, I'm grateful for life to begin with. Just knowing that I've gone through a year, another year, I've worked with a number of clients, and all the clients I've worked with this year are first-time authors. So it's an exciting feeling when you can say to the author, your book is live. And I've enjoyed the uniqueness of each author that I've worked with this year. I enjoyed the summit, and if I can say personally, I was awarded with the Publisher of the Year award, which was quite a surprise. And it gave me a real beautiful feeling that I'm finding satisfaction in what I do, because those who know me know I love writing. I just love writing. And when I can help to polish a manuscript, when I can help to guide a new author, I find it very, very fulfilling. And I'm just grateful that in this year, I'm finding my purpose in the world of publishing. So I'm really, really thankful for that. So I'm going to ask you the same question, Ruth. What are you grateful for this year, Bamboo Sparks?
Wow. Yes, so many things. As the CEO and founder of a small business, it is always a challenge, to meet payroll, to keep everything together. And so one of the big things I'm grateful for this year up to this point is that we've been able to meet payroll and we've been able to produce books that our clients are satisfied with, and books that are making an impact. And one of my highlights for this year is, a couple of highlights, and then I'll ask you about your highlights as well, is the fact that we are able to do some things that we've never done before. We had our publishing summit. So that was the highlight of the year for me, the publishing summit. And I'm going to show a little clip of that because we were experimenting with this. We're an online company. And so we wanted to do something in person to put our name out there. And we were thinking maybe 30 people would show up. And, the Publishing Summit and Expo, we had about 80 people. It was the first time doing something like this. It was quite a huge expenditure, nerve-wracking. And I just wasn't sure, we were doing it in faith that we had to change the original venue, and just a number of challenges putting it together. One of our partners was also ill, and quite a number of challenges. But to see people who came out and to hear them say, "No, man, you need to have this again," it was really something that I am so grateful we were able to facilitate that. And so I just want to show a little clip of that. So that's one of the top highlights. And but as CEO, you're running this company. We're in year 4. We just entered year 4 on the 21st of November. Just being able to pay the bills, and I'm just so grateful for that, because it's over a year ago, just a year and some months, that we hired a full-time person, and we have admin and apart from our freelancing team. So I was really grateful for that. And I want to just show a little clip for those who weren't at the summit, just a little highlight of what that looked like. So here we go. Let me pull up that summit video. I have the flyer, but I hope I also have the video to just show. Just a little clip of one of our best moments for 2025.
Publishing, which is our specialization. Traditional publishers tend to want to approach them through an agent. For that way too, it's a kind of quality control, because if an agent has said, I'm willing to partner with you, that means the agent takes your work seriously.
Because so you think that you just throw the book up on Amazon and it's going to sell. It don't work so. You have to make noise about it. You have to build a campaign around it. You have to start the book process with a purpose and a cause.
Invest in yourself. It's the key to success. It's the key to your health. Educate, motivate, elevate your mind. Invest in the best. It's the best you'll find. Believe in your worth, your potential, your might. Invest in your dreams, make them take flight. The greatest returns come from your own wealth. So remember these words: invest in yourself. Invest in the best. Invest in yourself. It's the key to success. It's the key to your health. Educate,
Who knows, maybe you will be able to change your life with a book.
It's the best you'll find.
Let me see who in here is ready to publish.
So that was one of the best moments for me. What else would be your highlight for the year? And that was April 2025, our first publishing summit, which is biannual. So the next one will be 2027.
Yeah, you shared how things just worked together for the summit, even when we had challenges. I think almost every member of the team had some illness or some setback or something was happening at the time, but we saw God take us through. And so the summit was a great experience for me as well. And it's just a number of people that we met, the interactions that took place, and just really highlighted the work of Bamboo Sparks. Mm-hmm. In addition, I was also happy to share in your 10th anniversary celebrations, and that again was just so unique, because and it was another case where things don't work as you think it would, but the way it works is just intentional and purpose filled, because we made some connections at that celebration that just meant so much for you and meant so much for me as well. And it just reminded me, and I'm sure it has for you as well, Ruth, that sometimes we become anxious and God just really fold him hand and looking at us and saying, look at the people them that I tell that they must be anxious for nothing, you know? And that's a satisfaction that I'm experiencing as a publisher. The challenges are there, but I choose to just be grateful for how I've seen God lead us. You know, our Entrepreneur Summit again at the start of the year was another big moment, a meeting of minds, you know, a sharing of information, and again, impacting people who never understood the world of publishing, or people who have been encouraged, you know, to make their book, their dreams come alive. So that has been the big impact for me in 2025.
I love it. One of my highlights is also the launch of our YouTube channel. That is something that we talked about the other partners in Bamboo Sparks. We've been, you know, talking about that. How else can we help our authors? So to kickstart that in October was really something, you know, and I'm looking forward to how that will reap big rewards, you know, both to help our authors to sell more books and just to see them grow, because we're talking about growing 90 feet tall with books. And so we're saying, don't just publish it and sell it, have a book launch, and that's it. You need to be able to do more with your book. And then, even though our office is closed on we close publishing operations, the fact that we are going to be doing a Christmas mission.
Yes, I'm excited about that.
I'm excited about that. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later. So here's a little rundown of the program for this evening. For those who are joining us, this is what you can look forward to. I'm going to increase that so that folks can see it. So we've done the welcome to our end of year book release broadcast. We just want to inspire you and report on our activities. And for those of you who want to write books, we want you to hear from some of our authors, and we're going to share the releases. If you're looking for books to get for Christmas or in the new year to inspire you, to help you to achieve your dreams, we're going to present several of them. Yes. And you can go to our Instagram page and pick up on that. We're going to talk about, we have some books already on pre-order for January 2026 that will be released in January. And we're going to talk about our Christmas mission and our pages of hope. So we are part of the core management team, and so we're giving our highlights. We are now going to be inviting one of our publishing managers, Miss Phyllis Thomas, to join us. I hope she's able to join and tell us what are her highlights for the year, and working with us for the first time, how that worked out. All right. And so she's getting ready. But while she does that, Daphne, let's show the folks some of our releases for this year. So I'm going to show that video while we start up the connection with Miss Thomas.
Miss Thomas.
Yeah. These are our 2025 publications. The Art of Living Well by Janet Morgan, Uphill Climb, Renee Lambert, Hope's Brave Adventure, children's book by Charlotte McPherson, Making Sense of 95 in the East and West, Dr. Boaz Young and C. Ruth Taylor. Donkey Said, the English edition, which was also converted to a play by Edna Manley. Faith Walk, Volume 2, Anthony and Isilda de Mercado. Go on a Road, Fire and Other Stories, Dr. Yvette Smith Johnson. Future Ready Minds, Carissa N. We also had God Over PCOS, Chantalie Campbell, Petunia, My Mom's Cat, and Francisco the Foolish Frog by Susie Alto. Reading Made Easy, another children's book by Vinette Lewis. Gratitude is Good Medicine by Phyllis Thomas. A devotional, The Crucified Life, Napoleon Black. Monsters Within by Vivi Willie. We also had I Testify, a memoir by Dr. Clara M. Ricketts. Ashes to Beauty by Eugenie French. Life Code, Wisdom Letters from a Father by Tanya and Troy Oughton. We had The Sun Still Shines, Pauline Stevenson. The Weaving of Kinte by Javette Nixon, published in the imprint of Point Global Marketing, but we assisted with the publication. And we had Exceptional Living by Dr. David Corbin, Growing Up Like Jesus, Bushy the Busy, Forest Rabbit and Friends by Andreen Tyrrell, Woven in Blue, a novel. I think that was our only novel, full-length novel for 2025 by Vivi Willie. My Head Is Not Well by Vivi Willie, which is a poetic memoir of overcoming childhood trauma. We also did another children's book, well illustrated, got so many illustrations. That's Looking for Haven. It's an animal story by Enrico Nunes. And we did our first magazine, Hampton Green Gospel Chapel 60th Anniversary Magazine. And we ended the year with Pages of Hope, notebook and journal, specially designed in this season to help the persons who are affected by Hurricane Melissa to recover and to build resilience, because stories build resilience. And in this volume 1 and 2, you'll find stories of families, real true stories, who were once made homeless. For example, Grandma Enid's story, how she was left homeless with 7 kids and how she bounced back from that. You'll find Keith Wedderburn's story of how he and his wife were also made homeless with a 2-month-old baby and how they were able to bounce back. Those are our publications for 2025.
Awesome. Awesome. We work together on these projects, but when you're able to really look back and see how many books, were published by Bamboo Sparks, it's really an achievement to be proud of,
Yes.
and also to be grateful that you're helping others to realize their dreams, and the uniqueness of the stories that each present, and the journal and notebook, which will be a part of our mission because of Hurricane Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
It is satisfying, if I can say, that you can have a book that's symbolic, and it is a reminder that there is hope, and we can chronicle the experiences, and we can share stories, because they have written, and I'm sure for some of those who get these notebooks and write their experiences, they will become books. Should be a birthing of books.
Definitely. One of the things I'm excited, some persons, they can't write a whole book, but they have a story, they have a testimony. Yeah. And I remember one of the motives for having a publishing company is because one Christmas I was at church and I was struggling with publishing for authors. I was having challenging experiences. I'm an introvert, and as you all know, the constant contact with people and customer service and people calling me at all kind of hours and stuff, it was kind of driving me crazy, right? And so I wanted to quit. And we were at church, Tower Hill Missionary Church, and it was I think the Sunday before Christmas. Mm-hmm. And as we heard the testimonies going up, it so encouraged my heart to hear what God was doing among his people, because testimony service does that. And then I heard my pastor say, for Christmas morning, there will be no preaching. And this is unheard of, because he doesn't have a service without bringing some exhortation or word from the Lord. And right then and there, I heard God's voice in my head saying, take the testimonies from the four walls to the world.
Yes.
Take the stories from the four walls to the world. And what Pages of Hope does for us is that it's a notebook, it's an exercise book, but at the back of it is a testimony, is a story that will give hope to others, that will help you to understand that you can accomplish your dreams. And so we are inviting authors. So we're going to have some special, more about that in the new year, where you may not write a whole book, but you may want your story to be shared in Pages of Hope. I think I have it here to just bring on the screen for persons to understand what that is about. Do I have the clip of it by itself? I'm not seeing it, but I'll bring it back when we're talking about our Christmas mission. But like for volume 1 has my grandmother's story called The Voice, right? And how she was homeless with 7 kids. When my grandfather left her, the 7th one was like 3 months old, right? And she had no place to go. How do you survive without a roof over your head with 7 children? You have heartache, pain, and this is in the 1960s, thereabout. 60s or 70s, because she started having kids in the 1950s. How do you survive? And so it has the secrets of her survival. And then she has a whole book, but this story now is short enough that children can read it. Anybody at the Pages of Hope can read it and go on. And then volume 2 has Keith Wedderburn's story. Oh, again, he and his wife were left homeless with a 2-week-old baby, and he had a fractured ankle. How did he survive that to go on to become a thriving entrepreneur, so much in Hurricane Lisa? And you know that story, because we wouldn't do it without you.
And
can you speak to that, Daphne?
Yes, and the whole element of hope is what resounds, because sometimes we become so steeped in our personal situation, and we're swamped, and you feel overwhelmed, and you feel that nobody's going through what you're going through. And then you come across a Keith Wedderburn story, you come against Grandma's story in The Voice, and so many other testimonies of other people who have triumphed. And it serves as a reminder to you that there is hope. And it gives you that strength to push beyond your situation and say to yourself, they did it, I can do it too. And that is what our Pages of Hope and our mission, above all, because guess what? If you keep just looking at the rubble, if you keep just looking at the devastation, that is all you will see. But in the midst of that, we want to say there's hope. And what other beautiful way can we do it but to place a journal, a notebook in the hands of somebody and read the story and give yourself hope to rise again and move on.
Love it, love it. Now we're having some challenges connecting with Miss Thomas. So we're going to show a testimony from one of your clients, Daphne, and that's Chantalee Campbell. Her book is God Over PCOS. Many persons don't understand this illness and how it can affect your relationships. And Chantalee has just released a book, God Over PCOS. And we're going to hear her testimony of her time working with Bamboo Sparks and what gave rise to this book.
Hi everyone, my name is Chantalee, and I just want to share a little bit about my experience of publishing my first book, God Over PCOS, period, Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome Revealed, and just working with the team at Bamboo Sparks. Listen to me, from the get-go, it was ordained, it was the Lord that led me to this publishing house. I knew nothing about them, and it was confirmed in the name of our captain of the ship, Ruth. And so from the get-go, it was just absolute understanding, and me being a novice in this new season, they were able to take me by the hand like a toddler and just to show me what to do, how to do it, because I literally did not know. It was a blessing to be partnered with my manager, who is Miss Daphne Ellis. She was an English teacher, which is great because my punctuations and all of that was all over the place. So having vomited on the pages as I went through my healing process, the team at Bamboo Spark helped me to refine my voice so that it could be sent out upon many waters to help others to heal. I am excited about this new season. Bamboo Sparks has been a godsend, and I am so grateful for every single thing that they have helped me to overcome, which has been manifested in the book, God Over PCOS, period. Thank you, Bamboo Sparks. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you, Daphne. Thank you for everyone that worked behind the scenes that I have never met, but I have seen your fingerprints all over the book. I love and appreciate you all, and I look forward to what is next.
Wow, I want to cry.
Yes. That's beautiful. You know,
Yeah.
one of the things that emerged out of working with this project is that Chantalee gave me a name and she called me Fearless Leader. Because, you know, I love ghostwriting. Ruth knows. I'll do all the ghostwriting and whatever. So I like to, pour over a manuscript and and help the author to polish. And I remember in one chapter I said, Chantalee, you go write what God tell you to write here. and I said, I'm feeling this chapter, so go fix it and come back to me, but the beautiful thing for me working with this project is the kind of synergy that existed between us. And because of that, we were able to just work together. So she ended up calling me Fearless Leader, and I ended up calling her a warrior. But this is really a beautiful project, and kudos, Chantalee, and I expect great things from this book.
All right. Another of our highlight for this year, Daphne, was we know that publishing, working with a company, if you're doing it yourself, completely self-publishing, it may not be that expensive, but when you hire a company, it's like going to the salon, right? So like, if you like my hairdo, I did this myself this evening in the dark with just my flashlight. And I was able to use my mousse and everything and gel and fix up my hair. So looking at this, if I'd gone to the hairdresser, this perhaps would have been like $8,000 or thereabout, right? Taxi fare, hairdresser fee, and everything. But I did it myself, and it cost me nothing. But when you are we offer the salon approach. We take they will bring the professionalism and take that off you, and that sometimes can be expensive. So our packages in Bamboo Spark start at $2,500 The regular packages, low content starts at $1,500. That's like a children's book up to 30 pages or a magazine. And so one of the things we said we're going to do, because we're legacy builders, we are encouraging people to write books that will help the next generation to win, that will leave a mark. to say, I was here. We want to preserve the best of Caribbean culture. And we want our stories to be captured, because Marcus Garvey said that people without knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. So we took a step of faith to offer 2 publishing prizes in 2025. One for an author 50 and over, and one for 18 to 25. We ended up raising it to age 30. And we got several manuscripts that we had to go over. We had to look at how other publishing prizes, how they ran the Commonwealth Prize and others. We had to come up with the criteria to select the winner. And 2 persons were awarded. And I am going to share a video from the Youth Publishing Prize winner. And that's Samikwa Nelson from Arden High, and her book is Fundamentals of Animation. Now that is going to come out
the first
next
quarter.
year, first quarter. So her video really should be in the other section, but since I mentioned it already, we just show her. It's now on pre-order, so I'm gonna have her share her testimony, and then we're gonna invite Andreen to the stage after I share another highlight. And Daphne, you will interview Andreen about her book. We also have Vinette Lewis. I saw her backstage as well. We're going to invite her to the stage, and you will interview them as first-time authors. So let's hear from Samikwa.
Hello, I'm Samikwa Nelson, the winner of the 2025 Bamboo Sparks Youth Publishing Prize for my very first book, introducing Fundamentals of Animation, a companion guide for Caribbean students. Now, this book was created out of a necessity, realizing that there were very limited resources for teaching animation at the high school level. So, I bravely took on the task, and this textbook was born. It's simple yet informative, covering the history of animation, types of animation, pitching, intellectual property, you name it, it's in it. And it's coming out soon in January of 2026. Secure yourself a copy. Look out for it.
So good. And that was a $3,000 prize, right? So you got the basic package 2.5, and you're going to get some basic marketing to give you the foundation. And this is going to be a book that will have great impact. There are not many animation textbooks,
right,
as you heard. So I'm really looking forward to that publication in 2026. Before we do the interview with Andreen, another highlight for this year, which was huge, is one of our children's book became a play.
Oh, yes.
Donkey Say, and it was aired twice, I think, in October and in March. I went to Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts and watched it. And here's a little clip from Donkey Say. And it also won an award in the US. And this was our second ever children's book. So for me, that was huge, because the author wants the book to either become a play or a movie. So I'm just going to show a couple of seconds, because you cannot film them while they are performing. So this was at the end when they were interacting with the crowd. So I showed it again. It was too quick. It ended too quick. So it's Donkey Say, a performance folk tale by Nadine. All right. So over to you, Daphne. We're going to bring Andreen Tyrrell to this stage, author of the book Bushy, the Busy Forest Rabbit and Friends. Welcome, Andreen. Take it away, Daphne.
Thank you.
Andreen, welcome. Welcome. Tell us a little about yourself and what made you decide to write this book.
As you know, my name is Andreen Tyrrell, and I consider myself to be a very simple person. And I also have a wild imagination. I just sit down and visualize things and then I put it in writing so that others can enjoy it. And I also love performing arts.
Interesting. So I think it is that creativity that influenced the
Right,
message of your book.
right.
So tell us a little more about your book and the intended audience who you want to reach with your book.
Okay, first, my book, Bushy, the Busy Forest Rabbit and Friends. It is for age 6 to 10, but I believe there's a message in it for adults as well. And it surrounds talking animals, and they live in the forest. And the main character, Bushy, he is very busy and he doesn't have any time to spend with his friends and his family, his siblings. No matter how they came to him and say, "Will you spend time with us?" He was always busy. And he was using his garden to hide away because he was feeling guilty that he wasn't able to um, stop his friend from getting hurt. So it's like he was kind of using his garden to swamp his feelings and to stay away from the world so that he doesn't have to talk about it. But after a while, Bushy became really grumpy. He did not know how to have fun anymore. And after spending some time at home with his siblings when it was rainy season and no one could go outside, and after the rain, and he saw all his brothers burst out of the house to go and meet their friends because missing a few days of fun, they really miss each other company. And when he saw that, he started to thinking, when was the last time I had fun? And he could not tell, he could not imagine. And many of us can attest to that today because
Yes,
we are in a time now where it is just work, 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 and we have time for nothing else. And we start to get so squeezy and
yes,
grumpy and miserable. So
yes.
we can take
A
some
lesson.
lesson
A
from Bush.
lesson.
It is okay.
Awesome.
Yes,
Awesome.
right,
Okay.
mhm,
One more quick question, Andrine. What
yes.
was your experience like working with the team at Bamboo Sparks?
Wow. It was it was fantastic. It was inspiring. And I'm glad that I worked with Miss Morgan, Janet Morgan, and Miss Natalie Donna. And even if I wanted to give up because there were stressful times, the amount of work that I had to put in and I had to balance work with home and to work on the book. And if I wanted to quit, Miss Janet would not give me
Would
the
not allow it.
she would not allow it. And Miss Donna too, they brought out the good side of me also because when I was feeling frustrated and I called Miss Donna and I said, you know what? Use AI to create these images. She said, Andrine, no, you're going to draw the pictures because when you do it, it gives it a more authentic look. And I said, oh boy, I have no choice but to do it. And I'm glad I did because when I sit back and look at the pictures, I keep saying to myself, "Wow, was this really me?"
Yes.
It just gave a
Awesome.
nice, fulfilling feelings. So I'm feeling fulfilled right now, accomplishing this dream.
Right. As an
Yes, and
author
right.
and feeling
That
satisfaction
is
with the
right.
part you played.
It was very
Awesome.
nice working with Bamboo Sparks, and
Yes.
they have some wonderful team.
Awesome. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Okay. One last question. What would you say? What encouragement would you give to persons out there who have creative minds like you do and come up with these concepts, but they're sitting there with them? What would you say to them as a new author?
I would tell them, don't give up on your dreams. They might not have the resources now or know the go how, but don't give up on your dreams because the time will come. And can I tell you a secret? This
Sure.
book, this year makes 20 years since I was sitting on the book. And
Wow.
yes, so my encouragement, it doesn't matter how long it takes and you have your dreams, just go towards it.
Yes.
Don't
Don't let
don't
your
give up.
dreams die.
Right, don't give up.
Good. Thank you so much, Andreen, for
You're
sharing with
welcome.
us. And we wish you all the best as an author, and keep that book alive
Thank you.
and share the message. All
Thank
right.
you.
One more thing before you go, Andreen. What's next for the book and where can we find it?
Okay, the question that I have to be answering, when is the next one coming out? Initially, when I started this one, it was supposed to be a series. So now that everyone is asking, when is the next one coming out? I have no choice but to continue. And the book is currently available on Amazon, and you can get your copy from me also.
Okay. All right. So Andreen has a website, an author promotion page, and you can go to bamboosparks.com. We'll put that in the ticker section. bamboosparks.com/Andreen Tyrrell. And you can go there and order your book. So that's www.bamboosparks.com and her name /Andreen Tyrrell. And we'll be doing some more promotion of this book in the new year. And for those in Jamaica, we're going to try to get it on 7 Crave so that when you order, just like Amazon, that's Jamaica's Amazon, right? It will just come to your backyard. So go to I can show it there. Go to bamboosparks.com /Andreen Tyrrell. And that's Tyrell, her name. And you will be able to pick it up. And I know there are some Andreen fans in the house. So congratulations. Not just on writing a wonderful children's story, but doing the illustrations yourself. You know, that can become like an extra income. People can pay, to draw in Andreen.
That's true.
Spark might hire you if there are folks who love your illustration style. And that's one of the beauty of becoming an author. It can lead to other things. So, congrats again.
Opens doors.
I'm looking forward to working with you some more in the new year. All right, that's you.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to invite now another children's book author, Vinette Lewis, to the stage. She's having some issues with the camera, but we should be able to hear her. Vinette, can you hear us?
Yes, I'm hearing you clearly.
Awesome sauce. So she is the author of the book. Daphne's going to do the interview with you. I'm just doing your little intro. She is the author of the book, Reading Made Easy. So one of the things is that we did a little bit more children's books this year. And this one is to, as it said, Reading Made Easy. So Ms. Lewis is an educator. She teaches at the Almontown Primary School. And this is her debut book, Reading Made Easy, a fun way to learn to read. And fun fact, Daphne and I are trained educators, and we went to the Michael Teachers College back then, but it's university.
I went to church teachers college.
You went to church, it's not Michael?
I was interviewed at Michael and went back home to Mandeville and attended church teachers.
You have come
right.
Taylor.
Take it away.
Where did you attend, Vinette?
The Michael.
The Michael. So it's 2 against 1. Okay. Vinette, it's so good to have you here with us tonight. And your book, Reading Made Easy, a fun way to learn to read. Tell us some more about your book and why you decided to publish this reading book.
Okay. Well, as Miss Taylor said in the intro, I've been in the classroom for a number of years. And I have come to the point where I have noticed that the books that we're getting at the lower grades, say grades 1 to 3, those books, if the children can't read already, God help them, those books are not going to help them to learn to read. The first of all, they are pitched above their levels. There's not enough what we would say words there that they're familiar with, so that will help them to read fluently. So it gives them a challenge. And I thought, since there wasn't anything in the market that is actually teaching the children to read, then it was up to me to put something out there, and I tried. So I started from having them putting consonants and vowel sounds together. And as you know, that's the magic to reading, being
Yes.
able to
Yes.
blend the consonants and the vowel sounds. So that was where I started. And it sort of blossomed from there. Actually, it just started out as something I was doing in my class. And colleagues would see me doing it and say, you have something there. Why not do something about it? And my sisters consistently pushed me and said, do something because you have something there. So I just started to put something together. And then a friend told me about Bamboo Sparks. And I contacted them, and the rest is history.
The rest is
Thank you, Miss
history.
Taylor and
Awesome.
Natalia.
Awesome. That's a good feeling. And you know what's exciting is that the book is meeting a need. The book is
Yeah, I'm
meeting a
happy
need.
that that is
And
happening because that was
yes,
what I wanted to happen.
yes, yes. And you were able to use your experience and create and share with others. And I want to applaud you on that. Like I asked Andrine, what
Thank
was your
you.
experience like working with Bamboo Sparks?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, why? There was time when I thought Natalia would just get fed up and say, Miss Lewis, I can't bother with you anymore because sometimes I didn't know where to go. I shut down and I said, Natalia, I don't know what else to do. I am stuck. And she would say, look at it again, man. You can do it. And, little encouragement. She was always encouraging me. So
Awesome.
every time I feel like I can't do something, I would speak to her, text her, send her a voice note, and she would always send me little encouragement. And once I thought about it, I got to doing my stuff, and it comes out okay. Well, to her approval.
Yes,
And
that's good. That's good. How did it feel for you when you held the book in your hands for the first time?
wow. Oh Lord. It was a euphoric moment for me
Awesome.
because yes, when I started out, I knew at the end of it I wanted to have that book in my hand, but somehow I just did not believe that it would happen. So when I actually saw it, actually it came to me at school. And so I showed it to my colleagues, and one person just took it and started running around the school showing it to everybody. So the excitement started there, and it
Yes.
followed me home and was with me for a couple of days, I must say. But
Yeah.
I'm finally down from the high, but it was really very exciting for me, though.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm sure that there are parents or there might be people in the audience who can identify someone who could benefit from this book. So, how do you get your book in the hands of others? How are you promoting your book?
Well, I have been talking to schools, other schools, um, mostly at the emergent level, grades 1 to 3, and the final year basic school. I've also spoken to persons from the ministry because I would love to have it in the ministry and into the bookshops where, it can reach a wide cross section of persons. Because I really think that this book can really help people to read. And I'm not talking just people in schools, persons out there who are struggling with the
Yeah.
reading process. This book is for you. It's for any emergent reader across the board, as long as you speak English.
Awesome. And it goes, this, your statement reemphasizes what you said earlier. The book is meeting a need.
Yes, it is.
So what's next? I'm sure this has created in your mind many dreams. And we say books open doors. That is one of Ruth's favorite statements. Books open doors. And I have realized that personally. So what's next for you? Another book? Any special programs coming up? What's next?
Well, having seen this one, I want to go on to a book 2. I want to work on the vowel themes now, the long vowel sounds and vowel diphthongs, all of those. So I haven't started, well, I've kind of started, yes, just some little scratches here and there. I haven't put anything together formally yet, but I am hoping to do so in the coming year. So Natalie, be warned. We have a lot more work to do.
Yes, awesome.
Natalia. Sorry, Natalia.
Okay, so how do we where can your book be purchased?
Well, it is presently on Amazon, and you can also contact me. At the back of the book is my contact information. I have an email that you can contact me directly, and I don't remember for sure if my telephone number is there. But
great.
Can you give us the emails in case somebody wants to email you to get a copy?
It is Louilew, Lewilew, or lowercase Louilew6323 at yahoo.com.
So that's
Wilew
63
23 at yahoo.com.
At yahoo.com. And may your dream come true, because one of my highlights this year was we had another children's book author with a reading book, Literacy Concepts. And that's by Marilyn Welch. I kept getting calls from supermarket, bookstores, everybody trying to get this book, Literacy Concept by Marilyn Welch. So apparently it was adopted by the ministry and made into a textbook. And so during the summer months, we got a lot of calls, and she was able to make that happen. So we primarily produce the book and do digital marketing. It's often the authors who approach the ministry for themselves to get their books on the approved list. And you guys have similar books. It's reading. And it's good to have Caribbean, Jamaican reading materials, our stories, and our authors. And so my wish for you is, just as it happened for Mrs. Welch, that your book will also become a text. And we look forward to getting some of those calls, because the first person they're going to call when they can't find a book is the publisher. All the best. All the best.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vinette, and all the best too.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So we're winding down. Unfortunately, we're unable to connect Daphne with Miss Thomas. Not sure. I can see her, but her device, it is saying something with the microphone. And so we can't hear her testimony. But Miss Thomas was one of... she got a scholarship from Bamboo Sparks, right? She and Janet Morgan, you heard Andreen mention her publishing manager was Janet Morgan. So Bamboo Sparks, we are seeking to produce more books. We have to have more managers. And so originally it was just me primarily. And so we were able to certify folks. Some through the Entrepreneur Secrets Academy, which is another company that I have, as you know. It's the one that does the primarily the training of publishing coaches. That's the education and business development arm. and we partner. And so Phyllis Thomas, at 71 years old, I think at the time, career reinvention, an award-winning veteran journalist and former editor at the Gleaner for over 45 years. She published with us at 70, and then now, and she don't mind me sharing this age thing, because it matters, because very often you think in retirement, it done, right? And so she got the scholarship and was certified, and she worked with us as a publishing manager. So that's extra income in retirement. And she worked on some major book projects. And I am so elated and excited. The publishing graduation will be in January. So for those who didn't get to meet her tonight at the Caribbean Entrepreneurs Summit, of which Bamboo Sparks is a sponsor, she will be having a publishing graduation, and we're going to be talking about career reinvention using Daphne's book, It Turned on a Book. Daphne will be, in essence, hosting that section. Daphne, too, moved scholarship. Yes. And Natalia, fresh graduate, you heard Miss Lewis talking about Natalia, fresh graduate from UWI's writing and publishing degree program. She did an internship with Bamboo Sparks, and I also certified her as a publishing coach. And so she'll also be graduating. So 5 persons were certified. Janet Morgan, Phyllis Thomas, Dr. Zoe Simpson through ASA, Natalia through Bamboo Sparks, and Miss Thomas, as we mentioned, we have Delia Plunkett. So come January 30, I think it's day 1 of the summit at 7, we're going to have the graduation and talk about how books can lead to new careers. What are your thoughts, Daphne?
I mean, Ruth, every time I hear that, I get super excited, because I'll tell the world, and I'm always happy to share my story. I literally stumbled on publishing. Fresh out of grief and traveling with a friend of mine, I stumbled on someone who wanted a book written. Ruth believed I could do it. I did. But out of that, she offered me a scholarship, and I was certified. And that led to my second book, which is It Turned on a Book, How Writing Changed My Profession and My Purpose. And I can tell you, I am a satisfied, fulfilled publisher. I own my own publishing company, Heart Publishers. I'm not raining on Ruth's Parade at all, but I'm just sharing with you, how writing really opens doors. And I say kudos to Ruth every time, because she has shaped so many lives and has allowed many of us to find fulfillment in writing and publishing our own books, and through training, able to help others. And it is a wonderful feeling. Thank you, Ruth.
You're welcome. I think we can go to some applause there, and all the glory goes to God. Amen. So up next, Daphne, you're going to tell us about the books that are coming up for next year, first quarter of next year, and then we're going to do the pages of the Christmas mission to Bluefields in Westmoreland, and then we are going to wrap up. So drum roll.
Drum roll. All right. Yes, we are excited about the books that are coming out in the first quarter of 2025.
2026.
2026. 21 Letters, a Love Story. That book, listen, don't miss it. intrigue, excitement. It's a beautiful novel set in the Caribbean and a fantastic story that has emerged out of 21 love letters. Then we have Fundamentals of Authenticity by Queen Simone.
No.
And we also have Fab Fitness Over 40. Now, Fab Fitness Over 40 is one of those books that came out of our summit, one of the prize winners. And that too, very informative, has a lot to give. The Michael London story. Now, all of us remember Boise, you know, oversized Boise. Now, that is an awesome coffee table book. And where we are at, beautiful Natalia has done an awesome job, and we're looking forward to it. Fundamentals of Animation, we saw that video earlier. And again, that was born out of a need. And again, she is also one of our winners from the Caribbean Summit. Give Thanks for Life. This is our first publication that's emerging out of the hurricane. And this phrase became popular in the area where the author lives. And he has decided to hit the road running, and he is chronicling the experiences, the personal experiences, what is happening in his community, what is happening in his farm because of Hurricane Melissa. And we're looking forward to these books. And then there is Give Birth to Your Authenticity. And of course, you notice it has that Jamaican ring. So we're looking forward to all, and that's Queen Simone's book. So you can pre-order, because these are awesome publications that are coming up. So we're hitting the ground running, and these are a few of the books that we will be having in quarter one of 2026.
All right. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So these books are on pre-order. So all you have to do is go to Amazon.com, type in the name of any of these books, and the ebooks are on pre-order, and they will be released. I think Fab Fitness will be released on the 31st. Fundamentals of Animation, the 31st of January. 21 Letters, the 31st of January. Give Thanks for Life, I think that's coming out in February.
Yes.
Give Birth to Your Authenticity by Queen Simone Maganza. She's doing some amazing things. She just won some Posh Awards, Caribbean Awards. She has a page as well that you can go and order, but that's on pre-order. Michael London's book is not yet on pre-order, but Give Thanks for Life is on pre-order, and that's coming out in February. And Daphne again, you know, Keith Wedderburn, is a returning author, and we are partnering with him and Bluefields Organic Farm for our Christmas outreach. And of course, Daphne was instrumental in going to Westmoreland and meeting him. Now, as we close out, we want to talk to you about our Christmas mission. I'm excited about this.
Me too.
Because I'm a former missionary, right? And these are things that we used to do. We used to go overseas and help do these outreaches, whether it's working with Habitat for Humanity, building homes, or working with orphanages, working with children, bringing clothes and school supplies and all of those things overseas, because missions is just a difference in geography. It gives me great pleasure to be able to do that back home. I'm going to put up a little flyer here. So we are the Christmas mission is December 19th to 21st, and it's a weekend mission. It's part of our way of helping, because every mickle make a muckle, people to recover. And we are partnering with, on the 20th, that's a Saturday, we are partnering with Jome, and we're going to be having the children's party for Bluefields and Belmont children, and we are partnering with Belmont Missionary Church, Bluefields Organic Farm, and it's about restoring organic communities. So we have an entire video to show you on that, but this is one of our partners. So we want to give out at least 50 school supply kits. So we're asking our authors, especially children's authors, if you can contact us and help us to put together the kits for them. And we are asking for donations. So it's not just the children's part. We're also going to be doing like roof restoration. Let me bring up the slide for that. So it's like 2,700 Jamaican for a sheet of zinc. And the church has specifically asked if we can get zinc to help with re-roofing some homes, because there are many people who don't have anywhere to sleep, you know, and when it rains, boy, it can be trauma all over again. And so for this initial boots on the ground mission, we are going to be leading a small team, 5 to 10 persons, and we would like at least 16 sheets of zinc. And so you can go to bambusparks.com/Melissa H and tell us how you want to donate to the cause, right? And earlier we talked about Pages of Hope. This is our special exercise notebook and journal that we've produced for this effort. 50% of the proceeds will go towards Hurricane Melissa recovery efforts. And as we told you before, it has an inspirational true testimony story of somebody who rose above adversity at the back. Volume 1 and Volume 2. Keith's story, Keith Wedderburn's story, is in Volume 2. My grandmother's story, Grandma Enid, how she overcame, being homeless with 7 children, is in Volume 1. And so the children can use this to take their notes in school, right? And I have so many journals that were notebooks. Yeah. And you can write your own story. And one day that could become a book.
A book.
Yep. So just $10 US or 1,000 Jamaican dollars or $20 US, 2,700 Jamaican will help to go a far way. And it's bambusparks.com. I'm putting the page for donation on the in the chat. So that's www.bambusparks.com/Melissa H. So it's not that we can't spell Melissa. The H is for Hurricane. And we are encouraging you to be a part of this. And once you go there, fill out the form. We will take it from there. And I'm just going to show another little video to highlight that. And we are going to bring the show to a close after I share that little video about our mission. Even these are our 2025 publications. It is just so amazing to see so many people reaching out to help Jamaica. Bamboo Sparks is small. We can't build 200 homes. But the part that we want to help in the recovery efforts is, since we're a publishing company, is with books. We are going to be distributing some school supply kits. We're also going to be investing in food security. So we partnered with Bluefield Organic Farms by one of our authors. He has a book, From Homelessness to a Healing Haven, and he's writing a second book, Give Thanks for Life, Surviving Hurricane Melissa. So that's Keith Wedderburn, Bluefields Organic Farm. We're partnering with him as well as a church in the community, and they're also helping people to rebuild their homes. And so re-roofing one of the homes, you need about 16 sheets of zinc, and so we want you to help with that. And then we are delivering
books. And so we're asking our authors to donate children's books. We want to give out at least 50 school kits. And we're going to be doing a workshop on how to have your own organic vegetable garden. If you want to assist us, 1,000 Jamaican dollars, or you can donate 10 US dollars to help us to print the Pages of Hope notebook. Or if you want to donate exercise books to go into the package, it's $1,000. If you want to donate the zinc, you can give $20 towards a sheet of zinc. And Bamboo Sparks, we've set up a page on our website for that. So that's bamboosparks.com/Melissa H. And so we're going to do at least 3 missions outreach in 2026. And books will be the heart of that. All right. So there's a give or donation button, which is our usual payment link. And then you can sign up, give your name, tell us what you want. So all kind of children's book, once they're in good condition, and once you go and fill out the form, bamboosparks.com/Melissa H, we will contact you and arrange for collection.
All right. So as we close out the show, Daphne, what are your thoughts? Is this going to be a Merry Christmas? How are you going to spend the rest of the year? We're going to close out with the song that we started off with, So Grateful. But talk to us. Christmas. What's
For
Christmas
me,
for you?
it's about choosing to be grateful. I'm sure that people who are in the audience, you have had times when your back is against the wall, you've had an experience that is not pleasant, but you have also seen just how much your spirit and your life is encouraged when you pause to be thankful. We know the popular story of this man who went up in the tree to hang himself because he never had any food, and he ate the banana and threw the skin down, and then he saw somebody take up the banana skin and eat it, and he realized that there was somebody who was worse than him. So for me, it's embracing hope. My situation might not be like those out west, but I can encourage, I can do something, I can say to somebody, we can rise again. And I can look back with gratitude and look at how God has helped me personally. And we have seen God's hand with us as a company in 2025. And we can look ahead and say, God still leads. So for me, I celebrate. Christmas for me this year is really celebrating God's goodness. I have been out west on 3 occasions so far, and every experience has been different. But I can also, despite all the devastation, there is still something to be thankful for. And Keith's book echoes it, Give Thanks for Life. So that's what I'm taking into Christmas and into 2026.
Yeah. Well said, Daphne. And yeah, that is it for me too. You know, the scripture says, in everything give thanks. You know, while we're preparing, does this song all day, it's an old Grace Thriller song, has just been on my heart. Thank you, Lord, for watching over us. Through our trials, you've made us, why am I feeling so emotional? You made us victorious. We praise your name, most great and glorious.
Thank you, Lord.
Lord, for one more year. And I want to really give God thanks for one more year as a company. Most startups fail within 85% within the first 5 years. And God has kept Bamboo Sparks for 4 years, and he's given us some amazing clients. And I have a dream team. I mean, in terms of the core admin and our publishing managers, it's really a dream team. And I could not close the end of year celebration without mentioning them. I have to make sure I don't forget nobody, but the core team. We want to big up our publishing managers, Phyllis Thomas, Dr. Zoe Simpson, Janet Morgan, and the extraordinary Natalia Downer. She has held the fort. I've never seen a young person so responsible, so committed. It's like she's Ruth 2.0 in terms of the work responsibility, but being so young. I want to say hats off to you, Natalia. You are really an asset to the company. And as a young person, more young people need to take a leaf out of your book. I could not have made it through this year without you guys. And of course, Daphne, you know, my right hand. And my friend, it's just been amazing having you guys. And Bamboo Sparks is unique. Though each of these managers I mentioned, they have their own publishing company. We promote collaboration because we can't produce all the books that is out there. The vision is bigger than us. And so not only are they managers, but they double up. They are professional editors and proofreaders. And they double up. And so this really is our core team. But I also want to thank the other editors who worked with us. We had Dr. Sharma Taylor. She does primarily our fiction. It was awesome working with you. And all those who participated in our publishing summit. Oh my goodness, that was just amazing. I want to just give a shout out to one of our partners. Today is her birthday. And so I don't want to close out the show without wishing her a happy birthday. And that is, let me upload the little photo. How could we end the show and not wish her happy birthday? Daphne?
No.
That's Keth Joy Watson, Mrs. Keth Joy Watson. And let me bring up our little birthday card for her. Where are you, card? Just a second. It should be here. Oh, I'm on the video. Bear with me, audience, as we wrap up. But I cannot let the evening end and don't do this.
Yes. And while we're waiting for you to pull that up, Ruth, let me say thanks to you as well for manning the ship and keeping it afloat. All right. And, you know, I can say to the audience, one of the things that, you know, we have shared and prayed together on many occasions, and it's just a recognition of being in your purpose. And I think Ruth will tell you that she loves to teach, right? She wants to teach. That is where her passion is. But I you know, her calling is unparalleled. It's her voice is authentic. She is knowledgeable. She's aware. She can get, and she don't love foolishness. So if me do foolishness, right? But Ruth, we really appreciate you, and I'm sure the authors that we have worked with over the years appreciate your expertise, your guidance, and your passion. And I just pray that God will continue to abundantly bless you and prosper you in every way.
Thank you so much. And we want to thank our authors, because without you, we don't have a business.
Yeah.
So thank you for choosing Bamboo Spark. So here is the lovely Keth Joy Watson. Happy birthday, my friend and business partner from Team Bamboo Sparks. May your future be better than you dreamed. Awesome stuff. And I want to really big up Keth Joy. This year, she was ill. And the don't kill me, but she had Bell's palsy, and that's a condition that causes your face to be disfigured, almost like having a stroke, right? And in the midst of going through this debilitating illness, thank God for the miracle of recovery. While she was in pain and could hardly talk or anything, she was at the publishing summit with her family, volunteering and sharing in the event. And that goes to show you the heart and the quality of people that we have working with us. And I want to say publicly, Keth Joy, you are unrivaled. Your compassion, your commitment to this ship, this mission is hands down, hats off. Happy birthday, and may God bless you with many, many more to come. And finally, thanks to Rowan King, the king among the queens, because Bamboo Sparks is a ladies run business, but we have a king among us. Rowan King, thank you so much for your spiritual guidance, for your being our financial person, our CFO, Chief Financial Officer. We could not do this without you. And then the final owner of Bamboo Sparks, Raquel Newman, all the way in Canada. Thank you so much. Without this team, this would not be possible. So we're going to wish everybody a grateful Christmas, a hopeful Christmas as we close out with the song that we started off with. We know YouTube, I'm going to cut it out on the replay, but it's all right. We are so grateful and we give God thanks and look forward to a bigger and better 2026. Thanks for joining us.
Grateful, grateful. Grateful, 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 grateful.
Oh, yes. How could I not be grateful? How could I not give thanks? How could I not appreciate all these blessings I have? How could I be so selfish? How could I complain